Hello, future real estate moguls. Do you think you need millions of dollars to start investing in property? Well, let me stop you right there because I have got news for you. You absolutely don't. The truth is, building wealth through real estate isn't reserved for the ultra-rich. You don't need to win the lottery or inherit a fortune to get started either. You just need the right strategy, mindset, and opportunities. In this video, I'm going to show you practical and actionable strategies you can begin your real estate investing journey, even with a small budget. This is especially for those of you in Africa or in the diaspora looking to invest back home. Real estate in Africa is full of untapped potential, and with the right approach, you can be part of the transformation happening across the continent. From buying land in emerging areas to co-investing in development projects. So, let's dive in and unlock the secrets to building wealth through property, one smart step at a time. Now, let's be real for a second. When most people think about real estate investing, what comes to mind? Fancy houses, land, and millions of cash, right? It's that fear of, I don't have enough money, that stops so many of us in our tracks even before we begin. But here's the truth that rarely gets talked about. The wealthiest investors didn't start by buying entire neighborhoods or luxury estates. They started with strategy, knowledge, planning, and small smart moves that grew over time. So, let us break down 5 low-cost ways to get into the real estate market without breaking the bank. First up, we've got co-investing. This is one of the most powerful and accessible ways to get started in real estate, especially if you're working with a limited budget. This is where you team up with a small group of trusted friends, family members, or like-minded individuals to pool your resources and invest together. Let's say you've got $1,000, your cousin has $3,000, and your best friend can contribute $750. Alone, none of you might be able to make a significant move in the property market. But together? You've suddenly got $4,750, a much more substantial amount that opens up real possibilities. With co-investing, you share the entry cost, making it easier to break into the market. You share ownership, meaning everyone has a stake in the property. You share the risks and rewards, which can make the journey less intimidating and more collaborative. Next, let's talk about crowdfunded real estate platforms. Technology is changing the game, folks. There are now apps and websites such as Fundrise, CoBuildIt in UK, RiseVest in Nigeria, CoFundi in Ghana, etc. that let you invest as little as $10 to $20 in property-backed assets. Think of it like buying a slice of the real estate pie instead of the whole bakery. These platforms pool small investments from many people to fund larger real estate projects like apartment buildings, commercial spaces, or land developments. In return, you earn a share of the profits, whether through rental income, interest, or property appreciation. Just remember to do your homework, make sure these platforms are legit and regulated before you hand over your hard-earned cash. Option number 3, land flipping. This strategy is all about playing the long game and having a sharp eye for future growth. You buy cheap land on the outskirts of growing areas, then sit tight for a year or two or sometimes longer, while the area begins to grow and attract attention. As development creeps closer, new estates, shopping centers and infrastructure, the value of your land begins to rise. And when the timing is right, you flip it, sell it for a significantly higher price than you paid. It's like watching a caterpillar turn into a butterfly, except the butterfly is your bank balance. Land flipping requires patience, research, and a bit of vision. But if done right, it can turn small investments into big returns. Fourth on our list, installment plans and flexible payment options. Not everyone has a lump sum of cash sitting in the bank, ready to drop on a piece of land or an apartment. And the good news is, you don't have to. Many developers understand that not everyone has a lump sum ready to go. They're offering plans where you can pay for land or apartments over 12 to 24 months, sometimes longer. This approach makes real estate investing more accessible to young professionals, small business owners, and members of the diaspora who want to invest back home without financial strain. Last but not least, joint ventures on land. If you're lucky enough to have family land, you're already sitting on a goldmine of opportunity. Instead of letting that land sit idle, consider turning it into a real estate asset. You can partner up with developers who have the capital, construction expertise, and vision to build on the land. You bring the land to the table, they bring the funding and technical know-how. Together, you form a joint venture. You keep a chunk of equity, and voila, you're in the real estate game without spending a dime. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds great, but what about the risks? You're right to be cautious. It's way too easy to lose money in real estate if you rush in without doing your homework. So let's talk about some common pitfalls to avoid. First up, never, and I mean never, buy land without verifying the title. I don't care if your long-lost uncle swears it's legit. Do the paperwork, check with the land registry, and make sure you're not buying a headache. Second, don't buy without a plan. I'll figure it out later is not a strategy. Know what you're going to do with the property before you sign on the dotted line. Are you flipping it? Developing it? Renting it out? Have a clear vision. And third, if you're partnering up with anyone, be it friends, family, or developers, get everything in writing. A handshake deal might feel good in the moment, but it won't protect you if things go south. Clear agreements save friendships and fortunes. Let me share a couple of real-life examples to show you how this can play out. I've got a friend who teamed up with 3 buddies to buy a plot of land. They each put in $1,000, not a small amount, but not millions either. 2 years later, they flipped that land for $2,800 each. That's more than doubling their money. Then there's a nurse I know working in the UK. She's using installment plans to buy a 2-bedroom apartment. She couldn't afford to drop a huge sum all at once, but by spreading the payments out, she's building equity back home while still living abroad. These stories highlight an important mindset shift we all need to make. Don't wait until you're rich to start investing. Start now with what you have, even if it feels small. Real estate is a long game. The sooner you learn and make your move, the better off you'll be. Remember, small smart steps beat waiting for perfect timing every single time. Now, I know we've covered a lot of ground here, and your head might be spinning with possibilities. But here's what I want you to do next. Pick one method we've discussed, just one, and start researching how you can make it work for you. Maybe it's looking into those crowdfunding platforms, or calling up a few friends to discuss co-investing. Whatever it is, take that first step. If you found this video helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button. Better yet, smash that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more real estate nuggets coming your way. And hey, drop a comment letting me know which method you're going to try first. I love hearing about your investment journeys. Before you go, I've got another video in the pipeline that you won't want to miss. We're tackling the age-old question, should you rent or buy in your 20s? It's going to help you make the smartest decision based on your income and life goals. So keep an eye out for that one. Remember, building wealth through real estate isn't about having millions to start, it's about starting with what you have and growing from there. You've got this, and I'm here to help you every step of the way. Until next time, keep dreaming big and investing smart.